Hi everyone. Um, my name is Sérgio Leal. I'm from Portugal. Also, with my colleagues Luísa Carvalho, Cristina Soutinho, and Teresa Paiva, we developed this paper called Territorial Intense Products of as Promoters of Regional Tourism, the case study of Douro Skincare. The summary of this presentation is literature review. We're gonna talk a little bit about our methodology, our case study, and also a brief discussion of results and remarks. The objective is the case study explores the growth and regional involvement of Doro Skincare, is a company created by women that operates in the field of selective biological cosmetics through the creation, development, and production of cosmetics lines that are based on emblematic raw materials of the Douro region, one of the oldest wine growing areas with more history in the world, located in the north of our country, Portugal. It used Douro grapes and port wine DNA, Douro nuclear aroma, created from the first port wine for entirely organic production to develop cosmetic lines produced with indigenous products. The territorial intensive products are associated directly with the region and are intensively endogenous. Tips are indirectly related with local tourism as a trademark. This case study uses um, quali qualitative methodology to select and analyze information collected by the interviewers and other secondary information sources. In tourism and tips, tips are part of the heritage in the territory and could provide a special cultural tourism experience. In the last few years, the Council of Europe for Cultural Routes has encouraged the creation and exploitation of some itineraries as cultural routes, such as the routes of the olive tree or the Itervitis wine routes in European countries. The touristic potential of these typical products is higher when they are identified with quality labels and brands that protect their identity and are associated with the indigenous features from the territory where they are produced. In the case of the wine tourism, it's possible to identify different stages associated with wine production, since the grape plantations and their landscape. For instance, in the case of Portugal, Douro is a United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural organization, World Heritage, and it was the first wine demarcated region in the world, and several tourists come just to see this particular landscape. To production in the wineries, taste, and gastronomy. Contact with the farms where the wine is produced and all the environment and experience provided within rural tourism. Related with brand and marketing linkage, we have regional or local brands. They are based in one area and have the advantage of association with the region of origin, especially when the region of origin is particularly important, like I said before. This type of brands may include products which trade off a region or place, as well as products which are situated in a single region. This is like we have in Douro region, the north of Portugal. There are studies also that confirm that national and other places' images are powerful stereotypes that influence behavior in all types of target markets. There is a lot to say about this topic. For example, female-run enterprises are steadily growing all over the world and contribute for the growth of national economies. The promotion of female entrepreneurship as combating inequality, as well as a way of developing an economic potential to explore, has been, for some years, a goal of most European governments and institutions. Education is increasingly focused on entrepreneurship. It facilitates the adoption of entrepreneurial attitudes and leads to increased entrepreneurial activity as a means of mobilization of women in economic life. Also, the European Union has played a crucial role in supporting women's entrepreneurship, promoting self-employment, and supporting innovative solutions through financial and training mechanisms. The promotion of female entrepreneurship is vital, not only for enhancing the competitiveness and innovation in the global economy, but also by encouraging self-employment or business for the prevention and protection against unemployment. About our methodology, this is a descriptive study where we have used interviews to design a case studies, like I told you before, and we interview three persons from Doro Sinclair company, including the director founder. This is Mariana Andrade. Two of the interviews were face to face, and one was through Skype because Susanne. She was is in London. Um, this case study uses, like I said, a qualitative methodology to select and analyze information collected by the interviewers and other secondary information sources. All interviews were audio recorded and useful for the analysis, and we have used same structure interviews that contain components of structure and unstructured interviews. We prepared a set of the same questions to be answered by all interviews. However, additional questions were asked during interviews to clarify and or further expand certain issues. We have several stuff in the case study. I will start with a brief description of the company. The skincare company is intended to act in the area of selective cosmetics through the creation, development, and production of products and brands which have high quality standards and meet the required European regulations and market demands. Through a business-to-business model, it focuses on innovation and technology, enhancing the parallel strand of biological products and raw materials, environmental sustainability, and social responsibility. Increasing the promotion of the products and concepts, it became into a fusion cosmetic as a result by evaluating the northern country emblematic raw materials from the Douro region, especially those that give rise to port wine. There is a lot to say about the following topics. Like we talk about in the paper, profile of female entrepreneurship, process of business creation, realize the relation between tips and tourism, understand how they develop the brand and their relation with the region. But it takes too much time to say something in this presentation, and I will ask you to read our paper. Um, one of the questions about the case studies they came for the interviews that I want to speak about is the future and challenges that the interviewers say. For example, for the company, they have two major goals for the future, which are the sales increasing in Portugal and the internationalization. They intend to upgrade the national market by having visibility and a strong distribution, consolidating the business value chain, and the importation of the products production to Portugal. To export is very important and determinant for the growth of the company, but they are aware of the differentiation between the regulations of the countries that they have to adapt to and the cultural issues they have to incorporate into the products in order to be accepted. These concerns are due to the goal to export to the Middle East countries, but also Japan, Brazil, or the USA. Not only market diversification is essential, but also product variety. They are already testing some new products to complement the actual offer with the constant concern of listening to the market desires and needs. Still, the company is only 3 years and is consolidating its market position. Our final remarks you can see in this slide presentation. The paper explores the growth and regional involvement of the company and operates, like I told before, selective biologic cosmetics produced with raw materials of the Douro region, the grapes, like I said before. Douro is a steppe region directly associated with the region and intensively indigenous. The discussion provided by the case studies concludes that the company are directly related with Douro trademark. However, follow a global approach that spells the association with regional tourism. Although this is clear that the product doesn't have a handcraft concept, on the contrary, they pretend to be a sophisticated option. Still, we see that about the literature that you can see here that the review underlines a positive relation between tips and tourism, but the company doesn't have a direct relation with tourism and regional development to their market target. The company aims to achieve global markets with a product with high quality standards and develop it with rigorous process and intensive R&D. Nevertheless, the association with Douro could influence indirectly the promotion of the tourism in this region. Besides, they have the ambition to grow and sell internationally and reject the possibility of their products are associated with regional handcraft products. However, the company is recent and for now it is not possible to establish a link between entrepreneurship and gender or identify female patterns in the management style. Finally, we can see further research because the aims to develop a broader study considering other topics such as internationalization and relation with the environment and markets, and also could provide more insights in order to validate the hypothesis formulated in this exploratory research that you can see in this slide.